There we go. Let's continue our work with computational intrigue. In the past discussion, we took each step and wrote a mathematical sentence for each step. But now we're going to condense it and write all the directions as one mathematical expression, and then use order of operations to simplify that expression. So, for example, in this example, if it says pick any number, and I know we used n before, but just for fun, let's use x. So pick any number, we will pick x. We're going to double it, and so to double it, you can either add it to itself or multiply by 2. So I have 2 times x now, and then I'm going to add 8 to my product. Now technically, I could have parentheses around this 2x here, but because multiplication bonds those two quantities together, I don't need to write them, so you could if you choose to, but you don't have to. So I'm just going to add 8 to my product, like so. And then I need to subtract the original number. And to subtract the original number, I can now just make this a quantity if I so choose with the parentheses, and then subtract the original number x. From there, I'm going to subtract 5. So I subtract 5. And then subtract the original number again. Great. And there's my expression. Now, if I had so chose to do it, I would have had the quantity 2x plus 8. I could also write this as 2x plus 8 minus x. There's that next step. And then I could have also put braces in there. I made it really crazy just grouping every single step. But because subtraction separates the terms, we didn't need to do that, but you could also do it like this. From there, I'm just going to use order of operations to simplify. So working from the inside out, we've got a lot of parentheses, but since we can't simplify these parentheses first, we're going to move on to the next step because subtraction is the same as adding the opposite. So 2x minus x is going to give me what? X plus 8. And I've still got all these beautiful braces around it. Yes, minus 5 minus x. And then I'm going to have x plus 8. That's simplified. And the minus 5, 8 minus 5 will give me x plus 3. And then minus x. And then x minus x will give me 0 plus 3 gives me 3. So all that will simplify to be 3. Okay, so here comes Tutor Matt, and he's going to do the next one.
Okay, so we want to pick any number. This time I'm going to pick M.
For Matt-tastic. Then he's going to add 12 to that.
So I'm going to add 12. Then I want to subtract 12. So I'm going to turn
Subtract 2.
Oh, yeah, 2. So I'm going to group these together and subtract 2.
You're going to run out of room now.
I am going to run out of room.
And then subtract the original number.
We'll just do some advanced math here.
There you go. And now here's where you have to be careful. You've got to divide the whole thing by 2.
So what I want to do is make the whole thing one quantity. And then I can divide the entire thing by 2.
Yay! Now, one thing that people forget is that the fraction bar, in and of itself, the fraction bar is a grouping symbol. So even if Matt hadn't put those brackets there, they would be there, because when you have a fraction bar, you have to you don't have to. That's not.
Yeah,
sorry. That. Yeah, that. But it separates the numerator from the denominator. So we want to clean up all this stuff in the numerator first, and then do our dividing by 2. So go ahead, Matt.
Okay, so the first thing we have is m plus 12. We don't know what m is right now, so we can't simplify that. So we move on to the next thing, which would be m plus 12 minus 2, which will give us...
I did that, sorry.
Way to go.
Give me an equal sign.
M plus 10 minus m, still all divided by 2. Then we have m plus 10 minus m. That'll give us 0 plus 10, which is just 10, divided by 2, which gives us 5.
So this, good job, Matt. So this expression here will always simplify to 5. And again, when you're simplifying expressions, you're always using order of operations. Yay. Okay, so shall we do this one all together? Decide on a number. You pick your number. I'm going to call it A for Awesome Angie. Then I'm going to add 10 to it. And then I'm going to subtract 3. And then subtract to the original number, A. Then I have to multiply all of this by 6. So I'm first going to clean up using the order of operations inside the parentheses. So the 6 is just going to hang out. And I'm left with A minus A will give me nothing. 10 minus 3 gives me 7. And the answer, this will always simplify to 42. I did a couple of steps in one there, and I also didn't put the brackets. Anytime if you had multiplication, you want to make sure that you put the parentheses around so that everything, for example, when I had multiply by 6, I needed to make sure that all of this got multiplied by 6, and that's why I had to put the parentheses in. When you're adding and subtracting, just the like terms will take care of themselves, so you don't have to worry about the parentheses so much. So enjoy. You're now going to do this with somebody else's computational intrigue in the discussion 1. Have fun.